I'm Dr. Julia Hammond, and I've been a practicing veterinarian for the past 30 years. Animals have fascinated me since before I can remember. When I was 15 months old, my parents introduced me to my newborn baby brother. And they tell me I was thrilled because I thought he was a kitten. Whenever a cat, a dog, or a squirrel entered my field of vision, they had my rapt attention. When I was 4, I learned that there were animal doctors called veterinarians, and I determined then and there to become one. Veterinary medicine is a challenging and intellectually delicious profession. If you like variety, you can get it. I have treated lizards, ferrets, rabbits, canaries, cats, rats, and all kinds of dogs, ranging from 4-pound Chihuahuas to 240-pound Irish Wolfhounds. On any given day, I'm a surgeon, an anesthesiologist, an internal medicine specialist, a pharmacist, a radiologist, a behavioral consultant, and a grief counselor. I have worked with people of all ages and from all walks of life, as well as many vets, veterinary technicians, and lay staff. I'm still learning about life, but based on my work experience, I've come to a few conclusions on how to live it well, and I'd like to share those with you today. Number 1, to achieve your goals, plan and prepare. To get into vet school, I needed to excel academically, not only in maths and sciences, but I also needed to have all my prerequisites for the vet school application in place. When I was 15, I started working at a veterinary hospital, not only to rack up the 400 hours of small animal experience that I required, but also to see if I liked the work, which of course I did. I also needed 400 hours of experience with farm animals. So in university, I worked at a dairy farm after classes. When I was 19, I applied to vet school, and I was accepted into the 4-year program. Yay! Number 2. Within reason, hard work will not hurt you. I transitioned from being a university student in sweatpants to being a busy medical professional working a 55 to 60-hour week. I was also responsible for my share of evening and weekend emergency on-call duty for 3 affiliated hospitals. Many times I was exhausted and stressed, but this laid the foundation for a resilience and work ethic that has served me very well. Number 3, embrace the fact that you never stop learning. As a new vet, I had a very high learning curve, and I longed for the day when I would know everything and wouldn't have to slip out of the examination room in order to consult my textbooks. I've seen thousands of patients since then, but I still have to consult my textbooks, and I have cases that stump me, and I learn about new medical conditions all the time. I embrace this because it not only makes me a better doctor, it makes my work more interesting. Now, number 4, very important. Drink coffee. I come from a family of heavy coffee drinkers, and I'm very comfortable with my addiction. If I don't have a hot cup of coffee every morning, I just can't wake up. Obviously, I need to be very alert to work with animals. But a huge part of my job is to listen and to communicate clearly and compassionately with my clients in order to give them the attention and emotional support that they often need. Number 5, children are like puppies and kittens. These are my beautiful kids, and so I speak from personal experience. Children, puppies, and kittens are so small. They are so sweet, and they don't know the rules of life yet. As their caregivers, it is so important that we treat them kindly and raise them well. Number 6, you too can experience joy every day. We all know the expression, you need to stop and take time to smell the roses. And an easy way to improve quality of life is to focus on the things that bring you joy. I am a very, very lucky person. I find animals so fascinating and so structurally beautiful that I experience a tiny burst of joy and wonder with almost every patient that I see. I also meet many, many kind people, and it gives me great pleasure to be able to give them comfort and provide them with service. Number 7, love comes in many forms. Humans need love and compassion. But what some of you may not know is that there are people whose only loving and trusting relationship is with a cat, a dog, a rabbit, a bird, or a pet rat. That love is what gets them up in the morning, and that love is what consoles them when they're sad and lonely. There is such power and dignity in the human-animal bond. Number 8, honesty is the best policy. I work with people's beloved animals, but I also work with their hard-earned money. I'm very honest in not recommending tests or treatments that I feel are unnecessary. And that translates for me into clients who trust me and believe me when I do make those recommendations. I also make mistakes. I admit them. When it's warranted, I apologize, and I move on. Number 9, quality of life is real. Humane euthanasia, the gentle ending of life, is the saddest part of a veterinarian's job. We work hard to keep our patients happy and healthy, but we're also trained to recognize their qualities of life or lack thereof. Many clients over the years have confided in me about how they wished that a human loved one could have been spared some of the suffering associated with a terminal illness. I'm very glad that we are now more openly discussing patient-directed assisted dying in humans in order to reduce the intractable pain, dehydration, and starvation that often is associated with the end of life in people. Number 10, don't compromise your ethics or your mental health. We all know how important it is to be flexible and to adjust to a workplace's culture. But having said that, I have resigned from hospitals when I couldn't comply ethically with some of their medical policies. I have also resigned from hospitals where the workplace was toxic. veterinarians tend to be type A perfectionists who accept physical and emotional exhaustion as part of the job. We also witness a lot of suffering, death, and grief. For these reasons and for others, veterinarians, surprisingly, have a very high suicide rate. I have learned to never let a job damage my self-compassion or my moral compass. So there you are. We all learn life lessons based on time and experience. But I hope that my insights into the veterinary profession will encourage you too to live a life of purpose, self-respect, and much, much happiness. Thank you.